Hello and greetings from Rainbow International School. My name is Shamsha and I am the special educator and the counselor for this school. Today we are here to discuss about something which is very underrated, okay? Something that is really underrated, something that we don't talk about much, something that is not given the desired importance. It is our mental health. Let us talk about our mental health. There are a lot of misconceptions among all of us about mental health. There are a lot of queries, questions, doubts. We'll try and address all these questions and all these doubts as much as possible. So let us start with one video and then we'll move ahead.
In your life, many issues will come. More issues come up in your life means you're living a more active life. Nothing came up means you're not living. Yes?
So we all know this famous gentleman. He's saying that more life, more issues, more concern means you're leading a more active life. Many a times when we have conflicts or issues or problems, we start questioning why me, why it is happening with me, or we try to find out reason behind it. But then we have to focus more on the solution. Rather, we focus more on the problem and we start asking questions that what did I do wrong so that I have this problem in my life? If you have a conflict, use your capacity to resolve it. And that's what we're going to talk about in this session today. With that, I'll present my PPT. So 10 September is World Suicide Prevention Day. We took this day just to, come across and talk about our mental health. At this day, let us let all of us become the ambassador of mental health, not only for me but for my loved ones. I will not only take care of me and my mental health, but I will also take care of my friends, my family, my parents, my kids. This video, this session is not only for, say, a teenager or a parent or a child. We are making this content for all of you. Okay, so we'll talk about how we can help each other. Okay, how I can help myself and how I can help people around me in my capacity, of course. So let us begin with, what happens when we are anxious. What happens when we have this panic feeling, which, where someone feels like crying, for no reason. You see a plant, you see a leaf going brown or yellow and you feel like crying. Or if you feel there's a waterlogged somewhere, you feel like crying. So it happens, okay? And not all episode will be categorized as depression or any any particular diagnosis. We'll take it through what happens when I'm anxious, what happens when there is a panic attack, and how I can help myself or how I can help people around me. So 11 weird things your anxiety makes you do. Number one, you always imagine the worst in every scenario. This is again anxiety or no anxiety. Many of us have this issue that we may start with, thinking what happened, what if things go wrong? Okay, we overthink a lot. And if it is anxiety, the overthinking, the habit of or the pattern of overthinking multiplies, okay, a lot number of times. Number two, you overthink about the smallest of the things. Number three, you have trouble falling asleep even when you are sleep deprived. So it is seen, if my mental health is not as good as it should be, I will have, or a person may have problem falling asleep. You reject invitations even if you want to go. So many a times it happens, that I am a social kind of a person. Okay, somebody is really social and loves to go on a birthday party or a marriage reception or a lunch or a dinner. But then when I am too anxious, when a person is too anxious, he or she may just reject it. 5, you constantly feel scared of something, saying something stupid or wrong. So a person may have ideas, okay? Person may have a lot of ideas to share, to talk about, but there is a continuous fear of what if I'm saying something wrong or stupid, or what if people judge me, or what if I go wrong out of the context. 7, you are easily worried about the word of concern. You get very nervous when you think about the future, so you don't take chances, when you are so scared, so you will not take any step ahead. Why? Because you're nervous and you're scared. You know that this is the plan that you made, but then you will not like to move ahead because of your anxiety. You blame yourself when others don't reply to your message. And not only to that, to every small thing, you will overthink and you will blame yourself, and you will try to look for what mistakes or errors you've done. So it's your anxiety that's, making you do that. You feel unwell physically and mentally. Many a times you will feel headache, or you will feel I'm not feeling good. You do not know what is happening, but then kids, usually growing up kids, they'll say I'm not feeling good, and you can't describe it. The kid cannot describe it what exactly is happening, but then this is the phrase that you hear: I am not feeling good, I am not feeling well. When you ask them to describe what exactly is happening, they may not be able to tell that. You find it difficult to forgive yourself for the mistake you make at work. So we all make mistake, but then if a person is too anxious, the anxiety level is high, he or she may not be able to forgive, okay, the thing that person has done. Now, what are the factors, okay, that affects depression or mental illness? So there, it is majorly divided into biological, environmental, and psychological. We'll talk more on environmental and psychological here today. Environmental, like biggest example right now, we have this COVID-19 coming into our lives. That was the biggest, change or factor that affected all of us. So it changed our lifestyle. It brought loneliness. There was a trauma with many then there was stressful event, social network, culture, economic and social status. Somebody who was very social would go out for parties and movies and dinner and lunches and all the social gatherings. Everything was suddenly stopped, and that could have caused some kind of stress or panic or anxiety. Psychologically, again, see, coping mechanism. So many, we've seen this. We've seen in the initial phase of pandemic that how people lost their jobs. It was very difficult. But then there were few who had a good coping mechanism, who said, okay, theek hai, we'll find another job, I'll look out for something else. Or they started their some other startups, or they did something else. Why? Because their coping mechanism was good. They were not in denial, or they were not they did not take the rejection very badly. Okay. And there were few we've seen that they just couldn't cope with it. They couldn't come out of the stress. Oh my, I lost my job, now that's it. Okay. So if there's some kind of a trauma, a childhood thing, if there is a thought pattern, if there is a pattern, like a person just can't, how much of a stimulus you give to the person, how much ever you try to make that person happy or cheerful, it just doesn't happen. So it could be the personality of the person or the thought pattern of the person there. I may, somebody who's concerned may not be able to help much. So what are the things we can do? We'll see here. How can you help? Don't minimize or invalidate their feelings. Don't say, "Arey, nothing, you're just weak. You're just feeling it right now, but then everything will be all right." Do not do that. Okay. Listen. So what you have to do, listen and create a judgment-free space. Someone may also come to you and tell you, I hate this, or I hate the person, or I hate this feeling, or I just hate to do something. Do not have a judgment free space, and let him or her, the person, just express himself or herself. Okay, sometimes if a person is venting out, even that may help the person. So listen, be their advocate, help them get help. Like I was saying many a times, if you're not from a mental health profession, there is a limitation. You can't help more, and you're trying to make this person happy, you're trying to make this person cheerful, but then you have your limitations. You do not know how much more or what else I can do to help, right? So that is the time you will have to take that person to a professional help. Even today in our culture, going to a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or a counselor is not considered healthy. Yeah. So if there is a cold, fever, sugar, or any kind of a problem physically, I don't feel ashamed to go to a doctor. So if there is something that is bothering me mentally day in, day out, why am I so ashamed? Why do I stop myself from going to a doctor, to a mental health profession? Yeah. So we here will have to become the advocate, not only for the person but also for our mental health. We will have to take them, or we will have to help them to go to somebody who can be of their help. Ask them what they need, do that thing. It could be, it could be just listening, or it could be, you sit there and be with me for some time, no talking maybe, or it could be a plate of pani puri, or it could be something that will make them feel better, even though it is temporary. See, if I'm saying a plate of pani puri or something that they love, or a chocolate or an ice cream or something, this is very temporary, believe me. I can't keep eating pani puri every day when I'm sad or when I'm not healthy mentally. Okay, I need to work on it. Encourage self-care and taking self-care of basic needs. Spend time with them and be present, physically and mentally. Let them know they aren't the burden to you. Point them in the direction of helpful resource. Help them create a crisis plan. A plan is a very good resource. If the person with a mental health issues has a plan, okay, next time if I feel stressed, or next time if I feel like crying, these are the 10 things out of which I'll pick one and I'll do it, and I may start feeling better. Yeah. So we'll definitely talk about this plan part. This is one more thing that we can do. This is called a circle of control. Okay, draw one circle. Inside the circle, you write all the things that are in your control: your thoughts, your feelings, your words, your behaviors, your action, everything that you can control, write it. Outside your circle of control, you will write the things, or you will ask the person to write the things which are not in our control. It could be weather, climate, environment, COVID, other people's thoughts, feelings, their behavior, their action, their word, and 100 other things which are not in my control. I will write it outside my circle of control. So what am I doing with this? What is the person doing with this? Once this is done, I will have to, or the person will have to realize, okay, so the circle of control, the inside, the things that I've written, it could be my health, it could be my relationship with my people, right? And everything that you can control. So if it is in the circle of control, that means what? That means I don't have to worry about it. These things are in my control. I can work towards it, right? My health is in my control. Yes, absolutely it is. Yeah. If I want to reduce some kg, some kilograms, it is in my control. Yes, it is in my control. My thoughts, yes, they are in my control. But then if it's going like haywire and nothing is helping me, that means I'll have to go to a help. My words, yes, in my control. My actions, yes. Behavior, yes. Feeling, yes. Okay. And if there's something which is just not in my control, like this COVID was not in my control. What is in my control? Wearing the mask, using sanitizer, washing my hands, and doing 100 other things. But then I can't control somebody going for a vacation to some place. I can't control that. I can't control people, people walking in and out of the market or not wearing the mask outside. How much I'm going to control that? I can't control that, right? So I will worry. I will not worry. Again, I will not worry about something that is not in my control. What is in my control? I'll stay home. I'll stay indoor. I'll be safe. I'll keep my family safe. I will use different alternatives. Okay, if I don't want to go out, I'll call out things online, or I will do everything that is in my circle of control. Okay, so what is outside my circle of control is, if it's not in my control, I will not worry about it. Unhealed trauma can look like this. So unhealed trauma or unresolved issues. Okay, not only unhealed trauma, but my unresolved issues, be it any kind of conflict, be it with my parent, be it with my kid, be it with my spouse, be it with my in-laws, be it with my work colleagues, anything. If it is unresolved or unhealed, it may cause a lot of problem that we don't even realize. On a superficial level, we may not see the problem. Okay, I have many unresolved conflicts, but okay, I'm waking up at time, I'm going to my work, I'm finishing my work hours, I'm coming back, I'm doing everything, my routine is just fine. But then internally, these unhealed traumas and unresolved conflicts are making a lot of havoc. Okay, that could be low sense of self-worth. I may not give importance to what I am thinking or what I am feeling. Codependency in the relationship. A person may need somebody continuously. Okay, so approval, a lot of seeking approval, fear of being abandoned. What if he or she leaves me? What if if I have to be alone? What if I don't have anybody, besides me? Putting your needs aside for other people. So this can go into any extreme. It could be giving importance to only to my needs, or putting all my needs aside for somebody else. It could be either ends. Okay, craving for external validation. If I'm dressing up for the party or a lunch or a dinner or a video conference, I will not say, Acha, I'm looking good. I may want somebody else to tell me, you know what, you're good. Until unless I don't get that kind of a validation, I may not feel happy. Yeah, feeling of shame, there no tolerance to conflict, always the fear of what may happen next, and not accepting what is happening, resisting any kind of positive change, tolerating abusive behavior from others. So see, we need to resolve the conflict. If you see somebody, or if any one of us have any unresolved conflict or unhealed trauma, we need to get it resolved. Difficulty standing up for yourself and asserting your boundaries. Yeah, being overtly agreeable, we spoke about it. So if there is anything that is unresolved or unhealed, this is the time. This is let's not push it. Let's just do it. Let's take it up and let's address that issue. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. I can't change. No, I can't change my sister, my brother, my father, my mother, my neighbor, my relatives, my son, my daughter. But yes, I know if they change, they'll be better. I know that. But then I don't have the power to change everybody. But yes, I am powerful enough to change myself. So if I am wise, I will change myself. I will see how I can become a better person, right? And everything, eventually, if I am changing myself, eventually everything will change. Believe me. Let us start trying this. Now, okay, you start the process. Okay, there is an unresolved conflict or unhealed trauma you're trying to resolve. Now you are in the process. It may look like different things. It may be confusing. It may be heavy. You may feel very heavy, few days. A few days you may feel very joyous. You may feel I'm taking 5 steps ahead, I'm moving ahead. Or sometimes you may also feel, I'm going piche, I'm going 5 steps back. You may feel hopeful, messy, sudden, stagnant, scary. You may feel fleeting. You may feel boring, exciting, lonely, overwhelming. All of it is the part of the process. Trust the process and go with it. I can't just go for say two session or two therapy sessions or two counseling sessions and I say no, this is not for me. I can't do that, right? Two sessions or two meetings are just too less for me to decide is it for me or not for me, right? So I will have to go with the process, dive in, and come out successfully. For that, I need to trust the process. I need to follow everything my therapist is asking me to do. I need to have my own crisis plan. Everything will come along. Everything will move along with me. I need, of course, I will need my family with me, right, to help me. Moving ahead, like I was saying, we overthink too much. If overthinking was a sport, this is us. Many of us, right? Not only when I have an mental health issues, even otherwise also. 90% of, you will all agree to me that 90% of us do overthinking. A lot of it. Say, for example, say my husband is not taking up my call. You know, एक call, दो call, तीन call, and he's not taking up my call, I will start having negative thoughts, right? If my say if my salary is not being credited, I will have negative thoughts. If it did not start raining, I will have negative thoughts. If it's raining too much, negative thoughts. So you know, we do a lot of overthinking. We will have to not it will not stop. See, there's no magic pill to all these things, right? There's no magic pill. You will all say, yeah, I can't do it, it's not in my control. Of course it is in our control, but then it will not happen overnight. Just for example, if I want to just like I said, if I want to reduce some kilograms, if I want to get you know physically, if I want to get fit, I will have to consistently do something, no? I can't just say, अच्छा एक दिन बहुत भागे and I'm down with 10 to 3 kgs. It will not happen. Anything I want to do, I will have to do it consistently. How to overcome this fear? There's fear, right? Fear behind my anger, fear behind my anxiety, fear behind many of the issues. How to overcome that? Now here there are 10 things, okay? Of course, if you will go online, Google, Pinterest, if you will see this, you know, online, you will find 50 other 50 tips, 100 tips, 200 tips, 400 tips to overcome your fear. Does that mean I will do everything the list is saying? I can't do that, right? I just can't do that. I will have to figure out what works best for me. I will have to make my own list of things to do when I am scared, happy, when I want to become happy, when I am bored, when I am upset, when I am angry. I will have to have my own list. This can be my crisis plan. Coming to this 10 tips, which I felt, yeah, they are good. Number one, breathe in and breathe out through your nose and focus on something happy. Visualize yourself being confident and competent. Use affirmations, meditate, and bring yourself in the calm state of mind. Journaling, talk to someone positive, somebody who can give you good advice. Read good book on specific fear. Take action and face your fears. Remember, fear is just an imagination, and you are not the only one with fear, and think positive. Now, out of this 10, number 1 and number 4 or even number 7 may not work. Personally, it doesn't work with me. Okay, I can't meditate and feel better. If I am sitting to meditate, I may, you know, I may be more anxious after 5-10 minutes, because sitting ideally or trying to meditate or trying to focus on my breath just doesn't work for me. So you will have to figure out what works best for you. Yeah, talking to someone who's more positive works best for me, or journaling may work best for me. I will have to make my own customized list of things that I do when I'm scared. Yeah, I just can't go with everything that is available on social media, right? What to focus on if I want to be happy, if I want to help myself, if I want to help others, I need to focus on my purpose. Focus on physical health, focus on mental wellness, focus on less stress, focus on simplifying life, focus on improving, focus on being a better you, focus on a brighter side, focus on goals, focus on blessings, focus on the present moment, and focus on living your life. So we've made our life very complicated. You will all agree or don't agree. If you will see, if you will observe, you will understand what I am saying. We've made it too much complicated, too much complicated. We need to simplify it. We really need to simplify it. There's so much of tamjam that we've started doing, which is not required. I am celebrating my son's birthday. Why? Because my friends are doing so. I don't want to do it. No. I internally do not want to. See, if I want to celebrate it and I'm doing it, fine, just go ahead, do it. But if you don't want to do it and if you're just doing it for, for everybody else is doing, not fair. I'm complicated. I'm making it complicated. I am buying a 5,000 rupee ka sari. Why? Because my friends have it. I'm making it complicated. See, if I have a passion towards it and if I'm doing it, fine. But then if I am doing it just for the sake of, being social or to fit in the society, then I'm making it complicated. We need to simplify our lives, do things for ourselves and not for anybody else. I need to focus on becoming a better person. वो हम क्या करते? What do we do? We want our parents to be better. We want our children to be better. We want our teachers to be better. We want our neighbors to be better. We want our relatives to be better. But what about making me a better person? I will start focusing on, I will start working on making me a better person. I will look at the brighter side. I will look at my blessings. I've got so many blessings. How many of you use gratitude? If you're grateful, do you use gratitude every morning, every night, once in a day, twice in a day? Let us start doing that. If you're watching this video, that means you have a smartphone, you have a good internet connection, you have a good lifestyle. Are we thankful for that? We have roof, we have, our families. Let us all be thankful for all these things. Let us stay in the present. Forget about what happened in the past. There have been many mistakes that we did or somebody else did. We'll have to focus on something on present. The more I become a forgiving kind of a person, the better it will be for me rather than for anybody else. Next, 10 ways to create a happier life. Again, there will be 100 other ways to make my life happier. But again, I will have to make my own customized list of what are the things which I can do and feel happy. Learn how to say no. If you are kind of a person who agrees to everything. See, in the last slide we spoke about, too much of agreeable is a sign of some unresolved conflict or some unhealed trauma. Could be, okay? Or that is your personality. If you're okay with that, fine. If you're not okay with that, we'll have to learn. If it's making you happy, saying yes and doing things for others, if it's making you happy and if you're able to balance it properly, fine. If you're not able to balance it properly and if it's not making you happy, we need to learn to say no. Save money, have a plan, declutter your life. There's a lot of clutter. Bahut khichdi, gadbad we've made. Let's declutter our life. Move your body, keep good company. Good people will always make you feel happy and good. Eat healthy food, get a hobby, practice gratitude, rest well and often. Now you will feel how I move my body or I eat healthy or I rest will help me become healthy mentally. Of course it will. It will make you healthy mentally as well. So this is my personal, thing. I'm sure many of us experience that when we eat a lot of sweet, okay, बहुत आइसक्रीम खा लिया या केक खा लिया या if I'm eating a lot of sweet, I feel lethargic, I feel like dull, I don't feel like doing anything. There are many who eat sweet and get super active, okay? So that doesn't mean you will eat a lot of sweet, right? But that means I should know what works better for me. And of course, eating healthy, sleeping, having enough sleep will definitely contribute towards me in having a happier and a healthier life. I've got, sorry, last one, I've got 99 problems and 86 of them are completely made of scenarios in my head that I'm stressing about for no logical reasons. You will all agree to this, right? You will all agree to this. Many a times we don't have so much of, we do not have so much of issues, but then it's all made up. What if this happens? What if that happens? What agar aise ho gaya to? There are a lot of what if that we focus and concentrate on, and there's a lot of questions that we ask ourselves. Yeah, so we just have to just live in the present, just go ahead with the life, do your best. One more video and okay, just a second. So we all know this person. He's talking about why he came into the profession he is in right now.
ट्रैक्टर नहीं खरीद पाया इसकी वजह से, क्योंकि अगर ट्रैक्टर में खरीद लेता है या मेरे बाबूजी के पास उतने पैसे आ जाते, 10वीं तक ट्रैक्टर अगर घर में आ जाती, तो फिर मैं ट्रैक्टर चलाता और खेती ही करता। तो कभी कभी जिंदगी में कोई चीज नहीं होती है तो उस वक्त मलाल होता है, लेकिन बाद में लगता है कि नहीं, अच्छा हुआ वो नहीं हुआ। एक नागार्जुन की कविता है, एक नागार्जुन कवि हैं बिहार के, जो नहीं हो सके पूर्ण काम उनको करता हूं मैं प्रणाम।
So as he's saying, एक tractor आ जाता ना, तो you would have not been here in this, in this profession. And yes, like he said, we all feel कि क्यों नहीं, why me? Why it is not happening with me? I am putting my 100%. Why it is not happening with me? Just go with the flow. Keep doing your best? Go with the flow, and everything will be all right. One more video for people who feel, who feel the fear. The fear doesn't leave them. I'm sorry. I'll play this video and then we'll end our session.
जिंदगी के हर मोड़ पे तुझे दर्द सताएगा और उसी दर्द का फायदा बिना चूके ये डर उठाएगा। तुझसे कहेगा कि तू आगे कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा, पर क्या वो लिख कर दे पाएगा कि तू हार जाएगा?
Don't let your fear win over you. Okay, डर तो रहेगा, like he said, there will be fear. There will be fear after fear for everything you decide to do. But don't let that conquer over your faith. Have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, be there for each other, help each other, having a healthy mental health. With that, we'll meet again soon. Take care, all of you. Bye.